Marriages across class or national background or religion? We may never know. But the loophole that the egg dance provided, the opportunity to literally dance around the strictures of society, is a recurrent motif wherever we find eggs. So what, then, is an egg? Most of the time, when we say egg, we mean a bird egg or particularly a chicken egg, although reptiles and some mammals lay leathery ones. Species that reproduce sexually all have them. Frogs lay gelatinous eggs, fish produce pearls of caviar, praying mantises create ootecas, insect egg hotels, and humans, guinea pigs, and most mammals release tiny ones. All of these may also be called ova, singular ovum, the larger of two reproductive cells in most animals, but we call them eggs too. This book focuses on bird eggs, the hard-shelled variety, with the occasional nod to other ova. As for the proverbial question about what came first, the chicken or the egg, let's put that to rest quickly. It's the egg, man. It's always been the egg. Eggs preceded the existence of chickens by about 300 million years, when reptiles first crawled out of the primordial ooze and evolved a system for replicating away from the moisture of water. The eggshell prevents embryos from drying out. Tyrannosaurus rex laid eggs 65 million years ago, and chickens are their closest living relative. Biologically speaking, bird eggs are a clever little piece of tech that antiseptically contains everything a developing embryo needs in exactly the right order. Eggs originate deep inside a hen in the ovary. Birds have two ovaries, but typically only the left one is active. There, a germinal disc begins as a tiny seed that ripens. The germinal disc is the bit of DNA the bird will contribute to any potential offspring. In hens, it's large enough to see with the naked eye. Simply crack an egg into a bowl, and after a few seconds, a pale spot will rise to the top of the yolk. Speaking of the yolk, it is the developing bird's food source and is attached to the germinal disc in concentric spheres, which are visible in a hard-boiled yolk sliced in half. If you look closely, you can see concentric rings of light and dark yellow. Yolk matters. Taken as a total percentage of an egg's volume, the bigger the yolk, the more developed the hatchlings will be when they emerge from the shell. Consider the northern gannet, which lays eggs with a comparatively small yolk, about 15% of total egg volume. Their hatchlings emerge naked, weak, and blind. The southern brown kiwi, on the other hand, lays eggs that are 70% yolk. Its hatchlings are precocial. That is, they spring forth with feathers and the ability to run around and feed themselves. As for poor Mama Kiwi, her finished egg weighs an incredible fifth of her body weight, which would be comparable to passing a fully grown human toddler through one's cervix. Whatever the size of the yolk, when fully ripe, it enters the oviduct, a snake-like organ with an open maw that faces the ovary. Here, in the upper part of the oviduct, sperm may fertilize the yolk. This is also where things get weird, by human standards at least. Human reproduction is a one-on-one affair. One sperm fertilizes one egg during the few days of a month that an egg is in the uterus. By comparison, chicken sex is pretty kinky. For starters, cocks don't have cocks, just cloacae, albeit ones with different abilities from the hens. My favorite description of the cloaca, Latin for sewer, comes from Ologies podcaster Ali Ward, who declared it like the home button on the iPhone, like if Steve Jobs designed an orifice, a multi-purpose little boop that's good for sensual adult times, egg-laying, and poo. The chickens press their cloacae together and the male ejects sperm into the female. In humans, a race of the fittest to the egg in the uterus commences, but not so in birds. A hen's body stores the sperm away inside a glandular sperm cellar for up to 2 to 3 weeks. Turkeys, incidentally, can hold sperm longer, up to 15 weeks. The hen's body passes sperm, multiple sperm, up to the ripe yolk in the oviduct. Birds, plus some sharks and amphibians, require polyspermy, a process in which several sperm must fertilize an ovum to make a viable embryo. But the reasons for this aren't precisely clear to scientists. Birds rarely lay unfertilized eggs, with one major exception. Humans have bred chickens to do just that. Fertilized or not.